we are at the India Steel 2025, and there is a good target which has been given for the domestic industry of PSU as well as private sector. The first being the 300 million tons target for 2030. How geared are you as SAIL, India's largest, one of the largest public sector firms, to meet that kind of challenge?
So you see, Sajeet, if we look at India's capacity today, it is around about 200 million ton, and it's trying to get to 300 million ton in another 5 years, 5 to 6 years time. SAIL is currently at 20 million ton, and we are trying to get to 35 million ton by the end of this decade. So 75% increase in capacity by 2030.
So where is that capacity coming in? It will be a Capex, and will it be greenfield or will you be doing a brownfield expansion?
So as you know, we have 5 steel making locations at Bhilai, Rourkela, Bokaro, Durgapur, Burnpur. 4 million ton is coming at Burnpur. 3 million ton is already in motion at Bokaro. 3 million ton is brownfield across all these plants. That is stretching the old capacity to bring in brownfield expansion. And further 5 million ton is planned for Rourkela.
And what is the kind of Capex allocation that you're looking at?
That's the pain point. The Capex naturally, as you know, in the steel industry is high. So this 15 million ton, we expect to take about 1,30,000 crores.
And do you see today, as we speak, the industry pricing of steel, which is there, is good enough to generate enough cash flows to fund that kind of cash flow Capex?
As if I take the average prices of last 1-2 years, no. But we hope government has announced a safeguard duty based on data. See, we are a pretty competitive industry in India. When we make steel in India, it is pretty competitive. We are efficient. However, when steel from some countries where there is excess capacity, low consumption, comes into India at not the right price, it's below cost prices. And also in some countries, the subsidies given to the steel industries are quite high. So it is a well-known fact, and it has been calculated by government agencies, Niti Aayog also. We see $80 to $100 is a margin which in some countries steelmakers enjoy on their cost. So all that Indian steel industry is looking for is a level playing field. We are not saying that we are not competitive. Somebody should cover for our inefficiency. What we are saying is we will be most efficient, but these subsidies should not allow cheaper steel to come into India and low quality steel to come into India. So if the safeguard duty is a step in that direction, and if the government policies consistently support us, we feel we should be able to pull through.
Sir, you've put out an ambitious Capex target of 1,30,000 crores. What, according to you, should be the appropriate or optimal pricing of steel so that you can generate cash enough within the operation and can sustain this entire Capex?
If you look at fundamentally, if you look at the steel industry is a high variable cost industry, that will mean that the inputs that go into making of steel make up a large part of the cost. For example, you see today coking coal is 40% of the cost of steel for a cylinder. So to answer you get a cue that what should be the right price of steel will depend on what should be the right price of coal. So the price at which you get coal will dictate the price.
Coming down a bit, right?
Yes, over the past 2 years, there has been a decline in coking coal prices. It is currently at around $170 to $180. If it persists at this point, I think we should see stable prices of steel in the market too.
And what about how do you replace that with an alternative fuel? Because the Prime Minister was talking about coal gasification. That's the one substitute for coking coal imports which is there.
Yeah.
Are you looking at those kind of projects as well?
So we as a steel maker are the only ones in India who actually use some of the domestic coking coal to produce coke. So we are already into it. We use about 17 to 18% of the total coke making comes from domestic coal for us per se. We have also looked at possibility of using domestic coal as a form of pulverized coal injection into our blast furnaces.